and I am here with a homeschool room tour, finally, which I've literally been saying for probably months now. Anyways, this is just the front door to it. I always put like whatever crafts we're doing this month on there. So this is the door, and then this is kind of the overview as you come in. It's not a very big room. It's actually a very, very small room. It's just like a little office, and I used to have a hanging thing right there. I literally just got rid of it probably 2 days ago. But I'm going to shut the door so that it's quiet because my kids are all up and having lunch and everything. So right here when you first walk in, up here, this is a visual calendar for my 6-year-old who is still trying to figure out her days of the week, but it lets us know like what we're doing on that day, and that helps her a lot. Here's my chalkboard. Melody always does like different little chalkboards for us, but I also use this chalkboard for our Waldorf curriculum. This is Greta. Greta is our 5-year-old red-eared slider. Isn't she sweet? Hi, Greta! She's a good girl. So she's on top of this little, I don't know, cupboard thing. I got it, I think, for free. Somebody just gave it to me a long time ago. But in it, these are some of the things that the kiddos can just do, like while I'm helping other kids do school. And so up here, Elizabeth has an art kit. This is a spin, you know, like one of those little spin art kits. This is another one of Elizabeth's little things. She's got a lot of like little art kits. And then I have a rock gem and dig. And these are some alphabet games. This is another alphabet game. Come on, baby. I have a learning to sequence game. A mathematics. This is another one where you put like the little cards together. A clocks where you put the puzzles together, and a time and money thing where you put the time together. Can you go put that in my bedroom, please? Thank you. The baby decided to join us. So you can see this is well worn. We've literally had it for probably 12 or 13 years. Baby, what are you doing? Are you going to show the schoolroom with me? Oh, she still has peanut butter all over her face. So in this is, again, some things that the kids can do on their own. Not so much this little one, but all of the other ones can. So Elizabeth is working on a blanket right here. There's a couple little like art kits back here. We have stamps, the magnet board, just some little science kits or art kits, and then the box of Legos, which Jackson plays with on a very regular basis, probably every day while we're doing school. So you come over here, and I just have some of the stuff that I'm not using anymore, or right now. It makes me sad to see Alex's binder right there. I always use the same one. I just replace it for our summer reading. And then I have different things that that I don't usually use. You can stay in here, Elizabeth. Try to keep her out of this, please. No, ma'am. So, in this is also curriculum that I don't use, that I'm not using this year. This is my paper thing. It's actually a scrapbook paper holder or organizer, but I use it for lined paper and then construction paper and more construction paper. And then up here I just keep the contact paper, and I was so excited. Last year I got myself a yardstick. For the first time in 13 years of schooling, I got a yardstick. Alright, so up across the top I have the alphabet. You know, I still have little bitties, so they're still learning the alphabet. So I got up there. I've replaced that several times over the years. I think I've had this one for maybe 2 years now. Anyways, I bought it at the dollar store. And I also got this whole clock kit at the Dollar Tree. I love this thing. And I bought this like 4 years ago or 5 years ago. And it just stays there with my clock. So obviously it doesn't get worn or anything. Super helpful. And then we have a president's poster. I couldn't think of the word poster. A president's poster that the kids all really like to look at and see the different presidents. And it is an actual, it goes all the way up to President Trump, so it's accurate. I have right here, this is just a basket of either clipboards, or we have like these folders with the little clips. These are for schooling on the go, and so I keep them there. But sometimes, or often, like I really do have 8 clipboards, but the little kids use them too, right? They like to go and take them. These 3 things are the things that my baby likes to play with. She's 2. These are counters. They're actually the tops of like baby foods. But my little kids, I probably did this. They're mostly like the applesauce ones. But I did this probably 4 or 5 years ago. And some of the kids use them as counters. Mostly the baby likes to dump them out. And here's some dominoes. Again, she just likes it and it's loud. Here's all of our ABC peg dolls and our seasonal peg dolls. So like here's fall. So I have those. Right here, this is cash register tape actually. Granny gave this to us. The kids love these. These are so much fun to play with. And then again right here, Granny brought this to us, and they are just pieces of cardboard. She used to work, she's now retired, but she used to work for a company over at the industrial park, and they use these little pieces of cardboard to separate stuff in boxes when they received them, and so she just collected them as they were receiving boxes and then brought us over that huge box. She's done that for several years now. I have little sentence strips right here. Hey, can you guys go play in the living room? Go find May. Go find May.
Go find May.
So here's just little sentence strips. I use these for names and stuff you'll see on the other wall. So in this little cubby is what my kids have for their general, like everyday schoolwork. It's actually both of these cubbies. So I have Elizabeth, and then I have these like little books right here. I try to do the year below them so they can just work through them on their own as like daily work to pull out and put in our books, to put in our binder. But I have all their different little things. So I have Elizabeth and Riley and Jackson, and then I have Tyler and Melody. And then those are old ones that we aren't using right now, because right now I'm doing a different system. But usually I use a folder. So these actually go with our ant farms that we're going to be starting this year. And so this is my bookshelf. It is the bookshelf that I have in here. I have several bookshelves in the house, but underneath it, these books down here are actually, oh, there's crayons and a Lego. These books right here are actually Bible stories that my mother-in-law had when she was a child growing up. And so they're just little old Bible stories. But sometimes I pull these ones out and read the Bible story that goes with it instead of a different book. And then these orange ones over here are actually from when my mom was little. And like this one's an art one, and it talks all about different art pieces. And so even though it's definitely dated, obviously it has nothing from like 1950 and up. But those are great books to have. All of these books right here are ones that I'm not using this year. But I have either used in the past or will. I have used every single one of those. So I've used them in the past, and I will use them again. Here are some Bible ones. Can you go take her to see Melody, please?
Do you go see May?
Thank you. And these are books that I'm reading to the little kids, along with those ones. Those ones are just general readers that some of the kids are reading. This is all the like paperwork paper that I am doing for the rest of the school year. And this is all like spring stuff. These are like I'll show you. Well, this is a whole dinosaur kit. But these are all mailbox catalog, magazines. So if you don't know what mailbox is, it's like a teacher's magazine. And so I was gifted a whole huge box of them, and I love them. They're perfect for my little kids. I have the children's dictionaries, like verbs and that type of stuff, the older dictionaries. Those are early readers. These are like little file folder games that we've made. here are the 3 ant farms. There's going to be Elizabeth, Riley, and Jackson, and then we'll have a space age ant farm. And so we have ordered the ants for those. So Elizabeth put this book backwards, so that's okay. So these are the books that I'm also not really using this year, but didn't fit on the bottom shelf. And then these are all of the books for the spring semester. So going from just every single one. We've got the human body, the United States. We have all the animals going from, let's see, we're going to do the ocean, birds, insects, then animals, dinosaurs, and then I have a couple other little things. Like I have all the stuff for President's Week, and then I have a gardening one because we're going to start a garden. I have some bedtime math, some fables, poems, and little stories like that. Then up here is, this is their little globe. It's got a game on it. We have a prism up here, my printer, which actually isn't even plugged in. This is all my stuff for household planning, my prayer book, school planning, that type of stuff, tissues, and a 3-hole punch. Over here we have an eyeball. We're currently doing human body and anatomy. So we have an eyeball, and I call him Fred. And then a candle. This is my whiteboard. It normally actually goes right here, but it fell off yesterday. So my husband has to put that back on. We have down here, we have back there, we have some science stuff that we're not using right now, and those are all the library books to go back to the library. This is our list of books that we're reading this year, or that have been read this year. Every child has a page or 2. I just have some pictures of the kiddos. I showed this. I just try to show their artwork in the classroom. So I have a United States map and a world map, excuse me, and another United States map right where the desk is. So this right here is just this thing, this Starlight thing that I bought. I probably got this, well, Melody's name is on a sentence strip, so she was probably 5 or 6 when I got this, and I've never labeled it. But we have this little ball that Melody made that we use our math facts, toss it back and forth. The kids made calm down jars. I don't know if you've seen these, but then you sit and you can watch them. And then they go like this, and once they're like this, you can get up from being calm. So Melody made one because she wanted to, and then the little ones made them. So I have colored pencils right here and markers. I have hole punches. We have like all the decorative hole punches and then regular ones. Scissors and glue sticks. And there, again, there's like decorative scissors in there. We have, let's see, some staples, stapler. There's this, it is really hard to open with one hand. Back here, this is all of the glue guns, but this is like all like the tape and staples and that type of stuff. This one has all the peg doll making kit stuff. That's mostly for Melody. This is all of our paint stuff, mostly watercolor paints, but all that kind of stuff. So this is paperwork that I am not using this semester. Again, more of those like little like books that are holidays and that type of stuff. This is all stuff that the kids have done this year, and so they just put it all in there, and then at the end of the year I'll put it in a box and label it. So this is the desk where they can do school. Usually it's just me and one child, but the little kids have plenty of room to play on the floor. So I just have, inside here is thumbtacks and then rulers, all of the kind of fun stuff. These are the only pens that I keep separate because they're actually wet erase markers, not dry erase markers, and I use them on my big calendar. I posted the American flag. This is Prince. Prince didn't like being in the fish tank with all the other fish. He liked to try to eat the other fish. So he gets to live in the schoolroom. And then we have chalk, some little games, and a big thing of erasers. And this right here is what I do school planning on for myself. Riley made this at the beginning of the school year, and then this is for the kids to be able to recognize the names of everybody. And then the last thing is that down here, these are all of our Bibles and our Bible box, just for fun things like that. All of our color crayon, all of our color books. Then down here I have color crayons, And this is my pencil jar, and I have literally used this same pencil jar, which isn't really a pencil jar, it is a watering can, for probably 10 years. I just always put pens and pencils in here. We have a little tiny chalkboard, and then I have wet erase boards and all the wet erase markers back here, and that's Elizabeth's art stuff that's not for all the little kids to get into. Here's stickers and flashcards, and that's it. That's our entire schoolroom. So this is where we do school on a regular basis. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, give it a thumbs up, and I will see you next time. Bye-bye.